Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's step away from learning stitches and crochet a garment. Today's project is a very easy basic tee. I hope you enjoy it and will share your works with me on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm gonna be working with the Stitch Studio by Nicole Carousel. I bought this yarn last year before Asimore closed in my city. They are not here anymore, so I don't know if they still have this yarn, but Bernat has similar yarn in their children yarns. So, but really, any yarn will work. It's number 2 fine. Each skein has 100 grams. I have 300 grams here. Requires a 3.5 millimeter hook, but I am going to be using a 5 millimeter hook for more drapiness. The colors here: soldier blue, and this one is snowflake. I like stripes, so I'm gonna make stripes. And yeah, if you are ready, give this video a thumbs up, grab your yarn, crochet hook, let's get to work. So I usually tend to make my clothes larger than I need, because I always think I'm bigger than I am. So I found a t-shirt I really liked, and I measured the armpits, the chest. It was 19 inches for the front, obviously 19 for the back, and I chained a chain that is 19 inches long. If you want to know the amount of chains, I chained 80 chains, and now I'm gonna add 2 more, and the last 3 will count as a double crochet. So I will go 1 2 3 into the 4th, and we'll put a double crochet, so into the 4th chain from the beginning. Then I will put a double crochet in each chain all the way to the end of the row. Go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you there. At the end of the row, put the last 2 double crochets into the last 2 chains, and there is our row of double crochets only. Very easy. Just make sure your chain is not twisted. Okay. When you turn the project, turn the work, you will start with chain 3. That will count as a double crochet, and you're gonna put a double crochet into the next stitch. Actually, 1 double crochet in each stitch till the end of the row. And like this, you're gonna crochet 10 rows. If you also are using 2 or 3 colors with your base color or main color, 10 rows. I'm at my 10 rows mark. There is the last stitch is gonna go into the 3rd chain from the beginning of the previous row. And when you have 2 loops on the hook, you are gonna connect your next color if you're working with different colors. Obviously, if you're working with one color, you are not doing anything. Yep, put this loop on the hook, tighten it, and pull it through both loops like so, and chain 3. And what I like to do is tie the yarn, the tail. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna cut the blue yarn. I am gonna try to add an even number of rows so I can connect the yarn without cutting it and without having too many tails to weave in. And then you're gonna turn the work, leave the base color off, so you've got your chain 3 here, and then you are gonna put double crochets in each stitch. And it's totally up to you how you want to play with the width of the stripes. So I'm just gonna keep adding rows until I reach the opening, the neck opening. and then I will show you how to add the shoulder panels. All right, so this is the desired length. I have 47 rows. I just made some stripes, and I measured how much I want for my shoulders. So 22 stitches from this side, 22 stitches from this side, and whatever is in the middle. So I have crocheted 22 already, and we are gonna start working on the shoulder panel. So as I said, I got my 22. The last two, I'm gonna make an unfinished double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the loop, into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, and the next one is going to be just a single crochet. So insert the hook into the loop, into the stitch, pull up a loop, and that's it. And then yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and we're gonna turn. I'm gonna slip stitch into the first, single crochet into the next, or single crochet and double crochet together. So insert the hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through all 3, and then put double crochets till the end of the row. And you got to the end, put a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the beginning of the previous row, turn the work, and we're going to put double crochets all the way to here. So chain 3 and double crochet in each stitch. All right, now you got here to the end, so we slip stitched, then we single crocheted. So we're gonna drop this the single crochet, and we're gonna work only with the double crochets. So I need to make 1 more double crochet and work the last 2. So we're gonna do the same, yarn over, insert the hook into the next, or next to the last, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then insert the hook into the last, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through all 3, and turn. And we're gonna slip stitch into the first, single crochet into the next, well actually again not single crochet, insert the hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the crochet hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 3, and a double crochet till the end of the row in each stitch. And this is what we get. And same thing here, finish the row into the 3rd chain from the beginning, like so, and turn. And this time you're gonna go all the way to the end of the row, chain 3, 1 double crochet in each stitch. And when you get to the last 2 stitches of the row, yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. So here we're gonna have 2 double crochets together, and that's what we have. So if you want your straps to be longer, you can continue putting 1 double crochet in each stitch, back and forth, no more decrease. And I added 1 more row, so I ended outside right there, not in the middle. Now you are gonna turn the project. So this first row of the shoulder panel, the double crochets are facing with the right side towards you, and you are gonna count the amount of stitches you are using. As I said, I'm using 22. So and plus the 2 where I put these together, so I'm gonna need 24. This is the 24th. And we're going to do exactly what we did on the other panel, only in a mirror like reflection. So I'm gonna join right there in that stitch, chain one, insert the hook into the loop, the stitch, pull up a loop, then you're gonna yarn over and insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, and then yarn over, pull through all three loops. There you have your single crochet and double crochet together. And then we're going to continue putting one double crochet in each stitch to the end. We're going to turn the work, one double crochet in each stitch until you reach here, and we will decrease. All right, we're working the double crochets only. This doesn't count, so yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, and then go into the next one, pull up a loop, and go through all three loops. We're gonna turn, slip stitch into the first, move into the next one, start a single crochet, so by pulling up a loop like this, yarn over, start a double crochet here, pull through two, yarn over, pull through all three, and we are working double crochets till the end. To the end of the row, come back. And we are back, so we're not counting this one, the slip stitch and the single crochet. We're working only the double crochets. These are the two, so we're gonna start a double crochet and then a single crochet and then pull through two and turn and do exactly what we did last time. Chain one, slip stitch into the very first, start a single crochet here, then go into the next one, start a double crochet there, pull through all three loops, and double crochets till the end. And to finish off, I'm gonna put two double crochets together into the last two stitches, like so. Chain one, pull up a long tail and cut off the yarn. And this is how the front panel looks like. The back panel is going to be identical to the front one, with the exception, so as I said, I have 6 rows of my shoulder panels. My back panel is going to be only 2 rows shorter than the front. So I'm gonna make a rectangle up to only 2 rows left, and then we are gonna put the shoulder panels on the back panel. All right, these are my both panels, and this is what I meant in difference between front and back panel. See, the front panel I finished with this 1 row of blue, and then I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of the shoulder panel. So however much you added, just count your rows. And on the back panel I left only 2 rows, so the difference of the 1, 2, 3, 4 I added here. So 1 plus the 4, 5, and then 2. Also, you would count what you had on your second row, and you will put the exact same amount of stitches here and then decrease, so both of your panels end with the same exact amount of stitches on top. I hope that makes sense. And now we are gonna sew. I like to sew with whip stitch. Some people like slip stitch. Do however you want. And first thing, always in construction, any garments, anything you create, first thing you're gonna sew is the shoulder panels, and then you are gonna measure the opening of your sleeves. If you want a slit, you are gonna measure the armhole, put a stitch marker. You're gonna measure the length of your slit, put a stitch marker, and sew or slip stitch this part. I'm gonna go ahead and sew everything off the camera, and I will be back. And yeah, I might have questions how I sew them together with whip stitch. I turn with the wrong side out, and I just get the both loops from here, and sew around. All right, your garment is sewn, the shoulders are sewn, the sides are sewn, got the sleeves. I decided to leave some slits. Now let's work top down. Let's work around the neckline. So you're gonna always with my patterns, you are gonna have your garment with the right side towards you, and you will start at the back. I'm not gonna count, you can count. I'm just gonna eye the middle and join with a slip stitch. Leave a longer tail so you can sew it in or tie it in somehow later, however you work. And I like to slip stitch and pull the tail, then single crochet into the same space. Basically, when you pull the tail, it pulls everything in, and it's more of a knot, not an actual stitch. And then I single crochet, and now I'm gonna put single crochets all the way around the neckline. A quick tip here: if your neckline is a little wider than you expected, and obviously you don't want to undo the entire garment, you can do slip stitches. They are gonna tighten it even more. Single crochets just a little bit. So I tried it on, it fits well. I'm gonna go with single crochets. You go with whatever you need. As you come close to the corner where your shoulder panel starts, leave the last one, so work the next to the last. Now you are gonna work the last and this one together. So insert the hook into the last of the back panel, pull up a loop, and then insert the hook in like around this double crochet, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 like so. So you made this nice transition. Then you are gonna work 2 single crochets into the next double crochet like so, and we got to the place where we sewed these together. Try to find a way to insert your hook into the actual seam and put a single crochet in it, and then you're gonna put 2 single crochets into the next double crochet, then 2 into the next, well, depending on how long your shoulder panel is, put 2 single crochets. Now when you get, I still have more to go, I will put 1 in these since they're my transitions, 1 here so it's not too wide, and then I came down to this corner and I'm gonna do the same what I did previously, pull up a loop on this one and then go into the stitch of the front panel and do 2 together, and then continue putting single crochets until I reach the next shoulder panel. And this is how it looks. I like that the edges are not raw because it looks unfinished. And let's keep going. So you're gonna get to this corner and do the same. This is just kind of take a good look where your sleeves shoulder panel starts. So you would get this and this 2 together. Make sure you put a single crochet into the seam here and do the same, and finish off with joining with a slip stitch into the first single crochet and cut off the yarn. If you feel that you need to add another round, add another round. Here is one of the sleeves finished, so before you start you have an idea what it needs to look like, and then we are gonna make it like this, fold it, only 2 rounds, and if you wish you can go ahead and sew it, but if you know that you are gonna use it both ways, so you can leave it as is. So even if you buy my patterns, or if you are just following my YouTube tutorials, you probably know that I like to work my sleeves straight on the garment in rounds. I don't like making them separately because it requires more sewing, so we can just make it easier. Starting with a slip knot, and make sure your garment is turned with the right side towards you. We are going to join in the armpit, and here we have our double crochet, so I will insert the hook into that space and tighten it a little bit, and chain 3. That counts as the first double crochet. I'll add another double crochet into the same space. Then you're gonna move into the next double crochet and put only 1 in that space, and we'll be alternating 2 1 2 1. So the next row is the next double crochet, we'll put 2 in it, the next one 1, and this is how you are going to be going, putting 2 double crochets in one and 1 double crochet into the next, all the way until you reach the shoulder seam, where it is right here. And I'm here, so I ended up with 2. Into the shoulder seam I will put 1 double crochet. I'm gonna just spread the yarn and make sure I can make it work like this. And since you had 2 here, 1 into the seam, we're gonna move into the next double crochet and work 2 around it, and then keep going until the end of the round, alternating 2 1 2 1. I will meet you where we started. Now I am going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the beginning to close up this round. This yarn is very difficult to work with. There we go. And even there is this little gap, it doesn't bother me because it's a summer shirt, and once you wash it and block it, it will close. So then what we do is flip to the other side. Now you're gonna be working from the wrong side, and the reason you have to flip your work is so the seams stays the same, stays straight. Otherwise, if you work only from one side, you will see how it's slanting. So you turn the sleeve or the work, chain 3, and then you are gonna work double crochets in each stitch all the way around, like so. Pretty basic. So we're gonna come to the last one, put the last double crochet, slip stitch into the 3rd chain, turn to the right side. So you are gonna do however long of a sleeve you want, really, and that comes down to that. And this is the finished t-shirt. I made 7 rounds just because I like the length, and unfolded and when it's folded, so this is the perfect one for me. You make as many as you want. This is the neck opening, and we have the slits here. So yeah, this is it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below what next you would like to see, and other than that, have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye.